In this tutorial, we will learn how to transcribe the melody and chords from a lead sheet using the notation MIDI editor and also the step entry method. Okay, let's start by looking at our lead sheet. A couple of things we need to note here. We've got the melody, we've got the chord symbols above, and at the treble clef here there's a flat, one flat. We need to match the key of Pro Tools to this so when we start typing in the notes the pitches will come out correctly. So let's do that first. Right now our key ruler is not showing, so I'll go to bars, beats, this menu over here, choose key, and now I can add a key signature at the beginning. So I'll click the plus sign, and if you remember our key had one flat, so I just click the one flat, make sure it's from the beginning to the end of the session, say OK. Now when we open our notation editor, we should see that key signature. So I'll go to MIDI editor, here's piano roll, we click on the notes, now we see notation, and you can see there's the one flat there. Alright, so let's begin transcribing these notes. I'll scroll this down so we can see both. Looks like our first note is on beat 4 of the first beat. You might want to check this value here. This is the value of the pencil tool. So when we start to plop in notes, it'll automatically go to that value. So I'll click the pencil tool, get kind of close to where I want to be, click. Pretty good, I've got the right pitch, but it's a little bit late. So I'm going to grab it and move it back. Okay. Then the next note, plop it in there. Looks good, but it's not the same symbol as this. It's a shorter symbol. So I can actually use the trim tool to trim that puppy out and make it longer. Oh, too long. There it is. So now I have my half note. Continue on with my writing. Maybe change this to eighth note. Okay, so far it's looking like that. Takes a little while, but once you get it, you can do some copying and pasting, different things like that if things aren't in the right place. So sensitive. Okay, we'll get just that much in. Alright, so that's the act of transcribing here. Let's see if it sounds correct. Pretty good. This lead sheet isn't quite the right rhythm, but it's close. Alright, now let's enter our chords using step input. I think step input is still the best way to transcribe from a lead sheet if you can read the music. You can just play step by step here, it'll show up. For the chords, I'm just going to have a chord on every beat, so it's easy to use step input, set it to one rhythm and go. So, if you don't read music and you need help understanding these chords, there's a really great website. Look at the link carefully up here, or the web address, looknohands.com/chordhouse/piano. And it's got a keyboard up here, and for every chord you click, it shows you the notes that are in that chord. Very easy. You can choose major, minor, all different kinds of things, and it'll expand the chords. Very cool. So if I look at Hey Jude here, this bar here has F major as its chord and then C major. So I go to my Chord Finder and I hit F, and it shows me exactly what notes on the keyboard. I'll go back here and now I will make sure that I'm on the beginning of the second measure. I'm doing that with a counter. And I'll go to Event, Step Input, and I'll choose quarter notes, and I'm actually going to make them a little shorter than quarter notes. My destination track is the piano track. And I saw in that chart that I need to hit the notes F, A, and C for my chord. Okay, those are the notes I need. Let's see if I can get the right destination track this time. Let's try record enabling that track. It's being fussy. There we go. Sometimes Pro Tools does that. Now I can play my chords. Okay, so there they are. And then I see in the next measure it says C. So I go to my Chord Finder, I hit C, and I see the notes and their letter names, so I can keep going. Okay, did a little repositioning for a nicer sound. And again, if we go back to our notation editor, we should see all of that. And there it is. So let's hear if it sounds correct. Not the most musical performance, but we're getting the right notes in there.